Hi students, it's Dr. B here, out in the bee yard again. I wanted to check on the bees today, and so I'm going to shoot another video for you and do a little checkup on our hives. Today's kind of just a mild checkup, but I am considering doing a couple of things. And so I want to catch you up on what my thoughts are right now. I'm in the main apiary, or over by the main apiary, and today what I'd like to do is check up on the hives, see how they're doing, just look at their activity. But we also have a couple things I want to think about. One is we have 5 hives in the main apiary right now, and we're just about planning to go into the main nectar flow season, the honey storage season. So I really don't think it's a great idea to have 5 hives. I'd rather consolidate the bees or consolidate the populations so that we can build them up and make them ready to store a lot of honey. You'll remember one of the 5 things we need for a good honey production. One is we need a strong population. In addition to the other factors, good morale, lots of nutrition, available nectar sources, and that sort of a thing. But we do need high population, and you'll remember that hives 1 and 2 were a little bit weak. We tried to supplement. We brought in a bait hive last week and added it to hive 2, but we still only have 2 boxes on that hive. That's a pretty low amount for going into the honey season. So I'm thinking about possibly taking some brood frames, full capped brood frames from the other bait hive if they are available, and supplementing the population of hive 2 so that we can build it up a little bit. And remember, if you remember from class, 1 medium-sized frame full of capped brood could have 3,000 plus bees. That's a lot of bees to suddenly add to a population of a hive. So if we can grab a couple of frames of capped brood, if we can find some in the bait hive, that's one thing I'd like to do today, is to kind of strengthen hive 2 a little bit, and also take a look at the other hives. The other main thing I'd like to do in the apiary today is take a look at the horizontal hive. We didn't get into it that deep last week, but what we did see is they weren't really expanding like I wanted them to. So I'm going to go in that hive with a little bit more detail and see where the brood is and where they're storing honey. And if it looks like things are mixed up a bit, I'm going to try to put any honey frames off to the far end of the hive. That will encourage them to build honey out on the far end then. We may not find that. We may find that hive's just not strong enough to be producing lots of honey right now, but I do want to take a little bit deeper look into that hive than we did last week. We were caught up in a lot of other activities last week, so we didn't get to look into that hive very strongly. I might also take a peek at hive 4, which, as you know, is our strongest hive, just to see if they have filled that top box, maybe add another box. I might need to run up to the lab to get another box. Certainly in the next week or so, I think they might be ready to expand even further if they're filling it out. So those are my goals today for the main apiary. I'm going to suit up now, get the smoker going, and then we'll come back live with you here to follow up on the inspection. Okay? The first thing we want to do today is just take a look into this bait hive. Again, we want to go in, and I just want to see what kind of strength this hive has. We had a lot of hive and frame readjustment last week because of all of the cross combing that they had, if you'll remember. So we built a lot of comb. We added a 3rd box here. I just want to look in here, check the temperament of this hive, see if they have capped brood. If they have a lot of really good capped brood, I might take a frame out and share it over with hive 2. Just again, I'm trying to build that population. This isn't going to be a big honey producing hive as it's a nuke, but it can be a resource hive. And remember, we talked earlier in the semester about how a hive could be a resource hive for other hives. I'm going to try to use this bait hive that way. We'll see how the temperament is today, how the bees are doing. I'm going to grab an extra frame in case I need to take a frame. I want to put another frame back in, right? So I'll get an extra frame with drawn comb on it just now, and then we'll crack this thing open and take a peek. First, I'll give a little bit of smoker going here. I'll give a little bit of a puff of smoke, not too much, just around the hive. I'll be right back. Here's a couple of frames. This one has drawn comb on it with some bee bread and a dead bee, actually. Bee bread and honey in it, and then an empty frame in case we need it. Okay, got my hive tool. I'm by myself today, so we're just filming alone. And again, that just means I'll move a little bit slower, be more careful. See if we can pry this thing apart. Oh, they glued it good. All right, now we'll give a little puff of smoke as I lift that up. Oh, make a little bit more of a fry. On this side maybe. Oh, there we go. Come on. All right. Little puff. There's our bees. There's a few bees on there. They look pretty happy. All right. So this is the new box I put on, and it is full of honey, it looks like. I put this new box on and they're busy building it. So these bees are super active. They look good. If I look in here, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a lot of honey looking frames. I just looked at the top, which I'm not going to take out for you just now. I see a lot of honey frames. Hopefully this bee's not too sour. I mean, it's pretty, we might be a little mad because we've only been a week since we got them super mad. So, don't want to be too cautious here. But so let's take a frame out. It really looks like it's got a lot of honey in it. So I don't know how wise that's going to be. But we'll see. Maybe we have to harvest some honey out of this hive. Wouldn't that be interesting? Okay, so let's loosen them up nice and far, because there's cross combing. I want to get those as far apart as I can, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this frame out, but we'll take a peek. Easy does it, bees. Okay, see if we can make enough space there so I can get that frame out of there. They look like nice little bees. Certainly no worries here that these bees, which seemed a little aggressive when we collected them that night, are in any way super aggressive. Okay, we have some cross combing, it feels like. Don't know how wise this is to pull this out of here. Let's just gently see if we, oh, there we go, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up for you. See how it looks. Oh, very nice. Actually, that's a very nice frame. So they've got quite a bit of honey they're putting up on there. There is some, take a look. Oh, there's a queen cup. With nothing in it, but there is a queen cup. This frame needs some building out too. They didn't do a great job doing it. Oops, spilled some honey. So that's a pretty good frame. You can see it there. It's got a little bit of cap brood on this side. See? So nothing like a full cap in that. Next frame over there looks like honey, and then the other ones kind of look like honey. The first frame has some honey but some cap brood on it. I want to see if I can find an actual whole frame of cap brood. I'm going to need to go down farther for that. So we're going to seal this one up, gently put that back in there. That's why I like wearing the rubber latex gloves or no gloves. A lot easier to gently manipulate the hive. Okay, so we'll see if they get me when I go lower. Keep the smoker going here. Okay, there you go. Again, I don't have to be too invasive here on this hive. I don't want to do too much, but let's weigh that box just in my hands. I'm going to use my hands as the scale. Lift that a little bit of smoke, just to kind of get the bees settled down a little bit. Easy. Okay, nice, easy. Very good. Now here I want to just see a lot of honey in here too. That box was fairly heavy, so they might be at the bottom box doing their brood making, but we'll see. These might just have honey at the top. If they're not going to produce brood from me, maybe they will be a source of honey for us this year. This box is pretty light. Oh yeah. Woo! Jeez. I guess this is from last week. Easy does it there, girls. Oh yeah, lots of honey on this. And they're back filling with honey. Very pretty comb. Very nice comb. That is the yellowish capping is actually brood, okay? And then the white capping at the top is honey. You can see the brood in some of these cells. Let me see if I can, if you look closely. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Nothing like a whole frame a cap brood though. Maybe it's a little early for that because they haven't been in here that long. These bees are looking pretty happy and healthy, and I like how they're behaving. So super happy about these bees. Okay. I don't know if I want to go down lower, but I'm going to, just to see, are they really kicking out some frames of brood yet? Just a little bit extra smoke there to get them settled down. So I go into that bottom box where we might find some more brood. It's not that we haven't found brood. Oh yeah, this is where you'll remember we had the rubber band frames. So I'm not going to pull those out because I know those are ones we kind of had to redo. We might actually take a look at one just so you can see what happens to a rubber band frame. Don't get too mad here, bees. We're not here to harm you. We love you. Okay, they might get a little mad here, but everything's okay. Come on, we gave you more space last time. All right. If you wouldn't glue stuff together, I wouldn't have to work so hard here. It's easy. Come on. Now I'm getting them mad. So they still kind of cross-comb this one. I'm just going to take this one frame out if I can, just to show you. Okay, they are fixing it a little bit. It's still kind of, okay. Remember, that's that one we glued together with the rubber bands. You can kind of see they built out beyond the rubber bands, and they are going to eventually, if you can start to see on, let me see that side. On this one especially, they start to chew through the rubber band, see? And they're going to remove the rubber band. We still have some gummed up comb over here. But they're putting a lot of brood in here, a little bit of honey, a lot of brood. Not a perfect fix, but at least they're using the comb as best they can. Okay, so I'm not seeing any, it's early to be taking brood out of this hive, so we'll just let them be, let the bees be. Calm them down a little bit here and close them back up. It's only been a week, so I'm not surprised not much has happened. Oh, this one's a little heavier, so we got more honey up here. There you go. Okay, just get them nice and calm while we put them back together. That one's pretty heavy too. So those two top boxes were fairly heavy. They are putting up a lot of honey. Let's hope they make some brood. But we could harvest honey out of one of these hives, especially if we want to take resources from them to keep them from getting too big. So, okay, sorry bees. There they go. Okay, that's that hive. Now we're going to go into the hive 3, which is the horizontal hive. I'm going to open the bottom. That lets me get some smoke in the bottom. It's a little windy today. A little chance of rain maybe. So we're going to open this up. Ready? Here we go. I check to see my angle's good on the camera. Not bad. Okay, so we're just gonna pop them open. I want to see, take a little bit closer look to see what's going on in here. I'm gonna start right in the end because I want to see, are they putting honey up on the ends? I just want to see what's going on. So we'll take, there's the bees. Take a few boards up. Oh, rats. Dropped the board, got those bees mad. Now they're super mad. Sorry bees. Try to be a little bit more careful this time. Alright. Got them a little mad, but we'll see how they're doing. There's a drone. A couple of big drones in there. See if we can get these guys out of here without them being too mad. Again, the nice thing about the horizontal hive is we are only opening a couple frames at a time, so theoretically the bees won't be as mad, although I did just drop a frame. Easy. There we go. We just kind of want to see what's going on in the frames here. And of course they don't want to come out. Come on. There we go. Alright. Get that one up. Gentle. Careful, girls. Okay. Time to drop. Oh, lots of drone brood. That one's got decent drone brood and a little bit of honey and some regular cap brood. I'll bring it over to you for a look. It's a pretty comb. Nice yellow comb. You can see the drone brood, I'm sorry. There's some open, lots of open brood on there. Let me get some for you. Well, there you can see some nice brood with open brood and capped. Very nice. So that's kind of what's happening at this end of the hive. That's good because that means they're not just stacking a bunch of honey over here. Lots of drones. Like to see that. Alright, so we'll give this back gently. Oops. Okay. Put that board back in. Now I'm going to work my way across a little bit. I may not do the whole hive here, obviously. I kind of want to work my way across though, see what's happening. So we'll get this board out. Not a lot of bees on that one, so we'll just junk them off. Okay. So I'll go a couple frames over. This is near the entrance, so I can see why they'd be mad. Easy, okay. Other side. Just like clockwork, right? Get away, don't bother me. I'm not hurting you. Oh, nice cap brood. Classic cap brood. Classic cap brood. Bee bread and some honey at the top of the frame. Very nice, clean brood. Yep, very nice. I don't know if you're getting a good shot of that. And it looks the same next door. The frame next door has a lot of drone brood on it. This is all worker brood. So we'll put this back. Okay. Oops, killed a bee. Oh. Sorry, bee. Okay. Oops, killed another bee. Sorry. Killing bees. Okay. I'm going to go to the other side now. So that looks good. They got a lot of brood over here. That's what I wanted to see. I want to see what's happening at the other side. Crack it up. Let's give it some smoke. Okay, lots of bees on there. Let's get them off. Cover this back up so I don't get bees in that box. Pretty full frames. There's a lot of bees on these frames. They look very good. Lots of drones marching around. Again, I'll bring a frame over to you in a minute. Remember, we put a couple of frames in the middle of this last week, but I'm going to look at the end, see what's going on over here.